So Allah says, فَوَيْلُ الَّذِينَ يَكْتُبُونَ الْكِتَابَ بِأَيْدِهِمْ. So woe to them who write the book with their own hands. ثُمَّ يَقُولُونَ هَذَا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ. Then they say, this is from Allah. لِيَشْتَرُوا بِهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. That they may reap some small benefit, some small reward by their experimentation. وَوَيْلُ لَهُمْ مِمَّا كَتَبَتْ أَيْدِيهِمْ. So woe to them for what their hands do write. وَوَيْلُ لَهُمْ مِمَّا يَكْسِبُونَ. And woe to them for what they earn. These are not the words of God. Stories, Dr. Joseph Parker continues, stories are half told. And the night falls before we can tell where victory lay. Means we don't know the head of tail of what the whole thing is all about. How beautiful. And the night falls before we can tell where victory lay. What happened, man? What was the outcome of all this? Here. I'm giving an example. Matthew chapter 27, verses 52 and 53. It says, and the graves were opened. Grave. You know, cemetery, in the cemetery, graveyard. The graves were opened. After the alleged resurrection of Jesus, the graves were opened, and many bodies of the saints who had fallen asleep and were dead and buried were raised. And coming out of the graves after his resurrection, they went into the holy city of Jerusalem and appeared to many. People came out of the graves and they marched down the streets of Jerusalem. People in their coffins or napkins, all worn out, only skeletons. They came out of the graves and they walked the streets of Jerusalem. And what happened? Finished, that's all. Finished, full stop. Look, when people come out of the graves and walk the streets of Jerusalem, surely people saw. And that's news. That will become world news. You know that? If people from the graves come out in Birmingham, I tell you, it'll be world news. Walking the streets of Birmingham in the napkins. It'll be news. But out of the 27 books of the New Testament, only Matthew records it. Nobody else saw it. Nobody saw it. Nobody heard about it. Look, once you come out of your grave, would you like to go back? Huh? What happened to them? Where did they go? Were they transformed? Did they were taken up to heaven? What happened? Nothing, not one word. Surely, if you came out of your grave after your death, you'd like to go and meet your wife again? No? Second time? Have a second inning? So, stories are half told, and the night falls before we can tell where victory lay. Where is there anything in the religious literature of man to compare with this? Agree, there isn't. Agree. But does that prove it's the word of God? No.